Alright guys, welcome to Elvui. This is Elvui, and I'm going to show you how to essentially set it up. No, I'm not perfect at it, and no, it can always be different, but I'm going to essentially show you how to set it up. Before I set it up, I'm going to turn the sound down because it's ridiculously loud. Hopefully that's better. Alright, now then, as you noticed, I had to close that, so we're going to go back to setup, and we're going to go to previous, and this is called Welcome to Elvui version 779. You click continue, and you click setup CVARs. What it is it's an installation, so you can take care of all of the items in the game. The next one is chat. You notice you have two windows here. You have your general and combat log here, and you have nothing here. When you click setup chat, it puts trade and any loot that you get and any experience that you get right here. Alright, this one, of course you get classic, you get a dark colored theme, or you get a class theme. Doesn't matter which one you choose, I choose class every time just because. This is going to set your screen resolution to fit the screen. If you have a low resolution monitor, which nobody does, I hope, in this day and age, even laptops run at a decent resolution now, you click high resolution. If you have a low resolution, you click low resolution. It's that simple. This is the layout. I'm a caster DPS, I'm a warlock. If you're physical DPS, it's going to choose one. If you're a healer, it automatically sets up a second set of bars for you. Not something you need. If you're a tank, you keep one set of bars, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to choose caster and continue. Okay, auras and icons. This is the type of aura system you want to use with unit frames. To use both aura bars and icons. If you want to see aura bars such as taking damage, or not taking damage, but these, any of your, we're going to set it to icons. As you can see, it sets the icons above. If you put aura bars and icons, it won't put anything there, it leaves them at the top. Icons only puts it right here on top, and you'll see a bunch of icons whenever you have debuffs, buffs, all of that stuff. Alright, we're going to finish it, and as soon as we load back into the game, which shouldn't take very long. Alright, move this out of the way since I'm not going to be doing anything with it. This is technical support, gives you the website that you can go to. You can disable it by clicking that and clicking hide. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Alright, so the first thing you can do is go ahead and set up your screen the way you want to see it. This can be extremely intimidating. Not to be funny, but this has actually been extremely intimidating for me before. I'm going to get out of Stormwind a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little better. The first time I actually set this up took me about 6 hours to get it fully set up, because I played with it and played with it and played with it till I got it the way I liked it. You can take 5 minutes if you want. Now it takes me 5 minutes. I know exactly where I'm going to put things before I put them there. I know basically everything I'm going to do before I do it. My cast bar always goes to the top. Yours does not have to. Mine sits usually about right there. A lot of times I turn off my target, or target of a target frame. I'm not going to tonight. I'm going to actually leave it on. The pet frame usually sits about right here, depending on which tune I'm playing. This one, since I do actually have a set of pets that I can use, I will leave it the way it is. My micro bar goes there. Since there is no stance in this tune, I'm not going to have to worry about the stance bar. I'll show you that some other time. This is called your loot frame. This can be the most annoying thing in history if you get loot. I personally will leave it right under the GM frame, about there. And then you have all of your raid stuff. This is all of your party, your raid frames, this is all of that. This is your arenas, and this is your boss. And we're gonna go ahead and lock this and let you see how it looks now. Move this out of the way a little bit. As you can see, when I click, there's my target, and when I focus, there's my focus frame. This can all be moved around. You do not have to set it the way I set it. I'm DPS, so really doesn't matter how I do it. We're gonna pop this back open, and from here we're gonna do my action bars. My micro bar, they disable your micro bar. They disable bar 2 and bar 6. So if you have a lot of abilities such as this tune, then you want to go ahead and set those. This is your bag bar. It gives you a search syntax. You don't have to care about it. Everything about this is made to where you can see things. You can change anything you want. You can change your fonts. Morpheus with a deep outline and huge, so now you can see I have all of my numbers and everything. You can see if you use that. Not everybody uses that. I do, because I'm really very lazy. Data texts are these down here. We're going to go ahead and change the font size of that. This is so you can see FPS and things like that. Set mine to 15 with a outline, and I always change this to alt combat. I like the way that looks. It looks sexy to me. Uh-oh. Back to where we were. I guess the server restarted. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but my game crashed, or didn't even crash, it just disconnected me. So we're going to go from here. Now that we have set the way we want it, your nameplates. I don't know if you know what nameplates are, but we'll turn them on and I'll show you. If I can find somebody to show you with on my super slow speed run at Flying Mount. That is your nameplate. The big green bar that you saw there. Let me go find an NPC so this stops. It's easier just to show you on an NPC. Here we go. There's your nameplate. Now, as you can see, it's very small. We can make it big. See everything about it. You know, your level, the level that it is, and anything like that. Or you can make it medium, like I do, where I can see it says Stormwind Guard or Stormwind City. As you can see there. Now, I always put a nice thick outline on it so you can tell that it's friendly. Now, almost always use Morpheus on these, just because I like it. As you can see, it tells you the colors that each of these are going to be. Neutral is going to be yellow. A tagged NPC is going to be gray, just like Blizzard. Enemy is red, just like Blizzard. And we are going to go and continue on with this. The next one's unit frames, font size. This is your personal unit frame. This is this frame right here. We're going to change the font size to 14 with a fat outline, and we're going to change this one to that. No, I don't like that. Never mind. Let's go mock. I like that. Alright, we'll leave it there. Now we're at the general player frame. You see the health. Now we can change our portraits. Enable the portrait. Gives you a small portrait, or you can overlay it, which gives you a portrait inside of your unit frame. And you can offset to just watch boobs. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? No, we're going to leave it at a 0 offset, just because. you can zoom out to show more of the toon, and if you do 2D, it squishes it. But we're not going to do 2D because, well, I don't like 2D. Rotate your model. Okay, we're going to leave that at 0. And we're going to... Oh, wait. Alright. Yep. Turn off the overlay. Obviously, you see what it looks like now. But I leave my overlay on. And that's the party. Target frame, I do the same thing, except all I do is put a portrait. I put an overlay, and I enable it. That's all I do. Same as always. It just gives me a view of what I'm actually targeting. Not everybody does this. Some people do it a little differently than me. I don't mind. Each frame is a little different. Like target frame, you can't put a portrait. You can't do anything with the target frame. Your focus frame, you can not put a portrait. You can put different types of aura bars and things like that, but you can't put a portrait. Target frame, it's crazy at how deep this actually goes. Target, which means that there's a frame out there somewhere that shows the target of my target of my target. Yeah, I went too deep already. I'm sorry. I just felt like I had to say something there real quick. But we're going to close that. And this is what Elvui looks like. It gives you all of the information you could possibly need to look at in quick succession. You can see what your spec is, what your loot is, what your durability is. So let's see. I am kind of low on durability and need to be repaired. It doesn't give you this button, so don't get used to that button. But there's your repair. It gives you all of the, it gives you a mount, or not a mount, but a bar here for whatever you want to do. And I'll go ahead and click anchors. There's a pet bar here and the pet frame here. Your boss button, Tordos, back in Throne of Thunder. Tordos' shell kick that you had to do to stop him from doing his deep breath that murked even 100s the other night while I was running it because people thought they could DPS it down fast enough. We're not going to talk about that. That's where those go. The loss of control icon, that's going to yell out when you've lost control of your toon. It's going to be right there in the center of your screen. It's actually a really, really great. It's great. I like it. It does everything you need it to do. And it's actually not very intensive. Total with all of my add-ons on, I'm using 12.5 megs. It can be lower. Yes, if I just use Elv, I'm using like 5. Even though it says 7 there, I'm only using about 5 total. So it's not resource intensive. Tried to jump off the cliff there. If you ever want to change something about it, they always update. They do take requests, so you can, in theory, request an update. I don't usually. I just kind of use it as it is. This is going to be your experience bar. It's a little different than normal experience bars. I know. You're saying you're level 90 and have 7 flight points. I know. Don't judge me, okay? I have 8 flight points. I can go to Shattered Sun.
Bless you.
But yes, this is Elvui. As you can see, this is actually pretty fun. And we're going to go to the target frame because, as you can see, you can't see his health. So what we're going to do is change the Y offset. Well, wrong one. we are going to, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, names. Change the sender. I'm going to put it at the left, and then I'm going to change the uh-oh. Oh, here we go. The width, you can change how wide it is. I'm just going to make it just wide enough that you can see your health, which is 296 for a longer name. Dungar Long Drink is whatever. Alright, there's my tutorial on setting up Elvui for the first time. I will be making another one tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.